Hello and welcome to By the Numbers. I'm FM Tahiti and I hope you're all doing well. We're getting to the end of the season now. So we had, I was going to say our unfortunate loss against Notklatuu. Actually, yeah, it was unfortunate. Let's be kind to ourselves. Which means we're not going to have a final to play. We are still, if you look at the league, 1 point ahead of Notklatuu. And we've got 2 games to play. Harland and Wolfweld is currently 8th. And Kilmore Rec, who are 9th. If we win both of our matches, it doesn't matter what Notklatuu do. But Notklatuu instead, they've got Portstewart and Tobermoor. Let's ignore this final that they're in at our expense. But they've got Portstewart and Tobermoor. So Portstewart, relegated. Nothing for them to play for, everything for Notklatuu to play for. Tobermoor, one of the teams relegated from last season, and it's this weird kind of situation of if Notklatuu win against Portstewart, then there's nothing really for Tobermoor to play for other than making sure they hold on to 3rd because they won't be able to overtake them. If Notklatuu lose against Portstewart and then Tobermoor win, it still doesn't really matter to us. All that changes is whoever ends up in the playoff will still be promoted because Tobermoor will be able to catch up with us because we're on 43. The most they can get is 42. So everything goes our way in these last 2 games. We're the champions. If Notklatuu slip up, then we are potentially the champions depending on our results. There are some other combinations, but my maths is poor. Also, you've probably noticed no camera for this episode because it's refusing to work. Also, I don't want you to see me get crushed when we sort of slip up at the end. So we've got a few things we need to do. Martin, the youth player, can come off because Young is back. McCallion can play in defensive midfield instead of Downey. So McCallion is our kind of new player, Kevin McCallion. Doesn't look great, but he's highly rated, and he's better than playing someone who isn't, defensive midfielder in there. Ben Mitchell's coming on for Adair because Adair was terrible and unfit. That's partly our own fault, to be honest. We'll keep Clark on. Got Warwick and Robinson, Cockcroft, Bonnis. Devlin apparently could come back, but I don't think he's fit enough. But what I will do is I'm going to put McGluckin on the bench. Gordon on for Gillifan. Downey on for Lynch. They're all a little bit unfit. That's probably not the best move, is it? Put Harry Adair on for Allen. Just to cover the positions more than anything. Let's see how we do. So we beat Harland the Wolf 4-0 the last time we played them. I'm going to jinx this so bad, aren't I? I'm not too worried about playing them because of how well we played in the past. But our form is probably the worst it's been all season. Get all that done. Yeah, it's not. We've kind of dropped off, and I think partly it's because we're tired. Partly because we've played more matches than some teams because of the cup, and those matches have been long matches because we've gone to extra time in 3 or 4 of them now. And also our players have been kind of ransacked. We've lost not just kind of like cover, but good players. And because we've lost cover as well as good players, so McClellan, for example, that means the players we then put in were unfit, like Adair, because they were cover to the cover and just weren't getting any match time. Oh, that was a bad pass. Sloppy. Oh, McCallion does him. This is his debut because he was cup tied for the last game. Back to Bonnis, Gordon Richardson. Warwick. Poor ball in the end, but Warwick managed to get there. Don't think it was meant for him. Oh, Hunter. He's starting to score him now. He's getting into it. Yeah, so we've taken this kind of slight downturn in form. If we hadn't, we would have been champions already. I think it's, we just lost players. It's unsettled the team. Players we brought in have been unfit or in the wrong position. We're generally a bit tireder. Remember, we are kind of part-time. In fact, we're not even that really. We're amateur in comparison. Go on, Hunter. Get in there. I think I need to teach him to place his shots. I'll check and see whether he does that anyway in a bit, but I kind of feel like he's shooting with power at the keeper a lot, or shooting at the keeper a lot. I'm wondering if maybe place his shots will help deal with the kind of one-on-one issue people think they have. I'm not convinced we particularly have it, but that was almost in. The keeper did nothing. The tea's gone cold. Mitchell with the rocket. I've been thinking about the team as well in terms of, like, I'm trying to, without jinxing it, prepare for promotion. Look at this. Now they're just going to equalise, aren't they? Yeah, I'm thinking about it, and I'm looking at my team and thinking, actually, most of my starting 11, I reckon, would keep us up next season. It wouldn't be a pretty season, I don't think. I think there'd be a lot of draws. We've shown from playing a lot of championship teams in the cup and drawing against them on Cockcroft. Looked like he might have done. See, I think we'd get through. We'd be okay in the long run, but we do need to improve, and I think how well we can improve is going to depend really on what happens to the contracts we can offer and the sort of finances involved, because there are lots of players with their contracts expiring who are vaguely interested in joining us, but they want, because we can only offer them appearance fees, they want big appearance fees. Like, there was somebody who asked for, Warwick's injured. Somebody asked for like £650 per appearance, which is more than I've got in my entire wage budget anyway. So unless we can start offering proper semi-professional contracts or money, then we may be stuck. But also on the idea of being offered to more, being able to offer more money, finances are pretty tight. All right, keep on doing that. Let's get out the latest scores so we can keep an eye on what's going on. It's down here. Let's get rid of the match stats and put this one up here. So, Notklatuu are winning against Port Stewart. That's to be expected. And Tobermoor are losing to Kilmore Rec, which is unfortunate for us, because as it stands... Robinson. Yeah, as it stands, Tobermoor are out of the playoff race, which then would mean their match against Notklatuu becomes dead rubber, and our match against Kilmore Rec becomes a match against a team that's just taken a reasonable scalp. Well, the Port Stewart have equalised. 1-1 there. Go on, Port Stewart. They'd be getting relegated, but they're going to ruin a few more days before they go. Fingers crossed. See if I can raid them for any players. I don't think there's a huge gap between the kind of non-leagues, this league and the championship in some respects. So some of the teams getting relegated have good players, and some of the teams that are still in the kind of non-league have got some pretty good players as well. Pleased how things are going. Warwick's going to have to come off for Gordon, I think. Yeah, no other options. I don't even know, I was like hesitating. There's no one else who's going to come on. Tobermoor fighting back against Kilmore Rec. Reese Hunter's taken a knock as well. Charged down by Neil Gordon. Or Niall Gordon, I keep calling him Neil. I think I've been calling him Neil for seasons now. He hates me. I pushed them out a bit. Good. I kind of want this highlight to end though. There we go. Nicely dealt with. Kept the pressure on, didn't panic. Let's take Hunter off. He's hurt reasonably badly, isn't he? He's played a lot of games recently too. I'm glad I've given him a chance. I also think if Shea Devlin hadn't been injured, we would have also been title winners by now. That's a good long ball from them. That's a good finish. Oh, the wheel's coming off a bit. I mean, it's okay in the sense that we've not given up any ground as it stands. It's not Breda. One of the first few times I've seen them recommend the long ball. Oh, Bonis. No, Bonis, no. He did so well to steal it and then just did that. I think, as I've mentioned in previous episodes, it's the hope that kills you. Ooh, not Breda had a player sent off. This is your chance, Port Stewart. Oh, McGuckin, almost. Can't lose. Bring on Downey. No, let's bring on Tommy Ray. Seems like it's weird I'm bringing on a defender when we want to win. But Clark's on a yellow card, he's tired, and also the fullbacks get forward in support. That might help us. No, apparently it's not helped us. Cockcroft with a bizarre ball forwards, it wasn't quite right. Oh, that was class. The referee just called time on it now. If we'd held on to the win, we'd have had 46. It wouldn't have quite been enough to crown as champions, but near as damn it for that. Unlucky. Yeah, I guess. Not Breda in the playoffs. 41 whole pounds for that draw. Get 123 if you win. Buy more pizza that way. Oh, it's 14 days until our final match. I'm going to come back for that. So here we are for the match against Kilmore Rec. Not much news in between now and the previous match. We did get, well, I say not much news, I'm about to mention some news. We did get an interview offer from Linfield. So Linfield are another Belfast-based side. I think I mentioned before when they were sniffing around in a previous season that they're historically Belfast Celtic's rivals. Now, obviously, we're not the original Belfast Celtic. We don't have any of the history of them. This is just basically Sports and Leisure taking over the name and the kind of brand, but not the history. So we don't really have that rivalry with them. But as far as I'm concerned, we do. So I've never go to Linfield in this game. Just throwing that one out there. Apologies to any Linfield fans. It's just, would you want a Belfast Celtic manager as your manager? No. But I did have a look and see who it was they sacked. And they'd sacked John Terry. So I also didn't really want to replace a racist. So there's that too. And we could ignore all that anyway and actually just get on with this match. No one really to bring on. Shea Devlin, I'm going to bring on the bench instead of McGuckin, so Shea Devlin can maybe come on and be a hero if we need him to be. But there's not much else to do. One thing I will mention is, there was a change I was going to make and I've not done it. Never mind. Right, I'll tell you what the change was. Can we do this thing? Might not think he's a ball-playing defender, but he is. Doubting whether he can do it. Mitchell's fine at that. Yeah, so the change I was going to make was I was going to bring on Ray instead of Clark. And the reason for this is, after Box in the Box's 101 tips, I think the second episode is about praising and criticising training on an individual kind of basis. So you can go to the training menu, look at all the trading ratings, and see, who's doing well, who's doing badly, who's doing kind of average. And what I'd started off doing, so I've been doing this tip for about season and a half, 2 seasons now. Not always consistently, but I remember most months. And every month, at the end of the month, I'll go and see what their training has been like recently. I don't think it goes all the way back. Oh, that's close. I don't think it goes all the way back by a month. I think it's sort of a couple of weeks at best you can get out of it. But I just kind of get a feel for what's going on. And anyone who's training really well, I used to consider anyone training 7 or above, or 7.5, above 7.5, I would praise. And anyone who's getting 6 or below, I would criticise. And gradually from doing this, I've now got a situation where go on, Warwick, get it across. Oh, Hunter, you needed to go over to Bonis. Bonis was the one. Yeah, it's got to the point now where nobody's training below a 6. In fact, I think the lowest is like a 6.5. And almost everybody's training at least a 7. So almost everybody's training is a kind of green. And there's maybe 10 players go on Hunter. There's maybe 10 players who are training at 8 or above. And Reese Hunter has been training consistently at 9.6 or above for about 6 weeks now. And I just praise him. Actually, no, it's longer than 6 weeks. I've praised him about 2 or 3 times. It's getting on for 3 months. What am I saying? So his latest one was 9.75. So it really does work, I think. And the reason why I was going to bring Ray on was because he's training about a 9.4 and Clark's 7 something or something like that. So I thought I'd reward Ray by putting him back on. But I just forgot. Should have done it whilst I was looking at the training bits, really. So what's the situation then? We need to win. If we win, we got the title. We're not currently winning. Not Braid a drawing. If that remains the same, whether we win or lose. Now, if we lose, it would go to goal difference. I'm going to have to get a table out as well, aren't I? If we draw, then we've won. If we draw and they draw, then we've got the title. There was a 14-day break between the last match and this one. So the team should be relatively rested. We'll pluck that one out of the air. I'm not enjoying how close this match is. All things considered, not a fan of this. Hunter's nervous. Yeah. 65th minute or so, we'll bring on Devlin. Go on, Robinson. Put someone through. Okay, free kick. That'll do. Card him. Off he goes. What did he do? I didn't see 2 feet. I thought he stayed on his feet, to be honest. Maybe the referee's on the take. Go on, Hunter. Oh, good tackle from them. I'm not convinced Hunter would have finished that one off. He's too nervous, I think, to actually finish effectively, but he's offside. And missed. That's it. Devlin's coming on. Calm ahead. Needs to prevail for this one. Anyone else at the moment? Tommy Ray. Obviously the sub's not had any effect yet. Cockcroft. Oh, what a move. And he's going to ask me if I still want to sub Hunter, and I do. I still do. Look at this. So the attacking midfielder in the hole lays it off to the deep line forward, goes out wide, comes back in. Nice. Hunter's becoming a bit of a favourite, I think. Yeah. Yeah, we are. As it stands, we are in control of our own destiny. We're winning the title and going up. Which is good, because I didn't fancy ourselves against any of the teams that might have been in the playoffs. I think it was Donegal, Loughall, or I don't know. Another team that would have probably beaten us. Go on, Cockcroft. It's got to be a free kick. Right, Cockcroft's going to come off. And for Downey, he was also one of the ones training at like a 9.2 or something. Penalty. Save it. Be the hero we know you need to be, Robinson. No. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. They set the scene for an operator to sneak a win. That's the scenario we don't want. For us to drop points for them to win. Nothing going on. Still 0-0. Oh, really? Very attacking, push forward. That was terrible. Defending, goalkeeping, everything. And now it goes down to goal difference. I don't know. Pause. Our goal difference is better. Stick that there. Better by enough that we can afford to try and... You know, it doesn't matter if we lose 3-1 or 2-1. Hope the operator match is done. Hope it's finished 0-0. Come on. I mean, again, it doesn't really matter whether we finish on 45 or 44, as long as not Breda are on 44. It's the pressure. The pressure got to us right at the end. Tackle by Warwick. You can tackle like that earlier on. There we go. Have we won the title? There we go. Ah, oh, it's so long since I've actually won a title on Football Manager. Ignoring the FM20 series I was doing last year, it's been a while since I won a title. That feels good, even though we completely cocked it up at the end. We've done it on goal difference. Does kind of sully it. Your champions due to results going elsewhere. Yeah. Switched off and yeah, I guess it was a little bit of a dick thing to say to them. We won because we got lucky. There we go, we finished on 44 points, which is decent. Goal difference of 25. 449. That's a good amount. And against 24. So if we look at previous seasons, 29 points, smash that. Against 28 or 27. What are we on again? 24. Season before that, 28. 27. Season before that, 24. So our best ever defensive record, our best ever attacking record, best ever points haul. Still had to squeeze through. 44. Would have won it twice. The rest of the time he would have got us into the playoffs. That's not bad. So we need to prepare for next season now. Board budgets. What have we got? Wage budget of £675. Transfer budget of nothing. Okay, what are we spending currently? So we're spending 461. We were apparently spending about I think before we had about 540, something like that. So it was almost £100 under we were. So it's gone up a little bit more. I don't know if we can offer proper contracts. $4,000, where our finance is like terrible. They're not where they should be. But yeah, so in the off season, what I'm going to have to do is start preparing for life in the Championship. So I'm going to have to scout that as well in case they go down. There are some good sides in this league. Some we've been keeping an eye on. Our rivals are there, Donegal Celtic, so we'll have them to play. Ballyclare as well, who beat us a few times, we got a little bit of beef with. That should be interesting. Carrick might still end up in there, who beaten us twice, or drew with us twice in the Cup, and beat some penalties for one of them. And then whoever gets relegated from the Premiership as well. So Warren Points, or Ballina-Mallard. Strong teams. This will be tough. Yeah, look at those that's the top goal scorer, Limavady. Yep, he's good. Yeah, we're not quite like those teams. So we're going to have to get ready for what's probably going to be a pretty brutal season in the Championship, to be honest. Especially if we can't recruit appropriate players. We'll have a look at our squad and see what we can do. So the next episode should be the kind of start of next season. Bit of an assessment of where we are. Looking at what kind of stats we're going to use. See what kind of numbers we can use to help improve things for the squad. But thanks very much for watching. Thanks for bearing with me for 4 seasons before our first promotion and title. So that gives us the Steel and Sons Cup and the Bluefin Sports Intermediate Premiership. Is that what it is? Premiership Intermediate League, or Premier Intermediate League. Yeah, taken a while. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.